Week 15 of the National Football League. And we'll see the man back from retirement, Tom Brady, your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Buccaneers and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
Well, we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, this is a contest truly worthy, I guess you would say, of calling it a showdown. We have the league's #1 passing game going up against the league's #1 pass defense. Time to decide which of the league's best is truly supreme.
And for fans who love this game, who follow the NFL, matchup like this in the regular season can't really get any better, can it? And I know it's only the regular season, but the intensity that I'm feeling so far, already like a playoff atmosphere.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Tampa. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
First play, first pass for Brady. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good start. One play, 10 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Brady going to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Brady now to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The Bengals had 10-3 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got room. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff to establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Brady to throw again. And this is Cook with the ground. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Brady, this complete to Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to move back in front. Extra point put through by Succa. And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Now Burrow on first down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here we go. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
I'm one, right?
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Here's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown! Mike Evans. 56 yards. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 17-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, man open, here is Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, it's Brady. He'll find Jones again, complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Deshaun Watson, very solid in the win, as his guys figure to be a team to be reckoned with. They now move to 11-3. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. Time now for a check.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down. Here's Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Suck him for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Inside handoff now to Fournette. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals.
Here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And this is caught at the 8. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
On 2.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. Hayden Hurst, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Back now in Tampa. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Here's Brady to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41. The offense on third down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a play fake. Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. A shotgun give to Fournette. Runs over it. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 10. A minute 11 to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Complete to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. To throw, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A nice little juke. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.